Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Trying to kill this popsicle. What's up with everybody, yo? Yo, smash the like button. Kamal Carter, Business Brain, Isaiah, LJ. Let's get it. Carter, what's popping? Yo, I need y'all to get the likes up. We do 2 a days, nothing new. Nothing new. Edris Flores. I don't know what flavor this is. I think it's cherry lime or raspberry. I don't know. It's good though. Nider, what's up with my guy? We about to talk about some more boxing. Man, these popsicles would be good as hell. Business Brain, what's popping? Francisco, KB Herring, Ricky Williams back in the building. What's up? Man, I've been quiet for old media. Nider said he ain't eating sweets. If you put your bomb pops into Hawaiian Punch, they fire. Oh, damn. Y'all got the cheat codes. Listen, it's been real quiet for old media. Y'all notice that? Old media being super quiet. I wonder why. Ricky Williams, appreciate you. What do you think about Canelo and Andre dispute? I mean, I wanted to see the... Listen, I'm like the realest person in the game, and I think the world is finding this out. Hold on. Ricky. It's a freezing cold. Hold on. I can't talk hard. Man, I got brain freeze a little bit. Man, I had to take that last bite. My bad. Let's get the likes up. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's been enjoying the channel. I'm just going to continue working hard. The support has been phenomenal. The viewership, the money, all of it. We just working. We work. Dirty Chivo, SG Pass, Hearns is cap. Isaiah, what's up? Oh, media been quiet. Listen, I got my water bottle. Hold on. All right. Andre Canelo. Sorry, the money keep interrupting. Shout out to Kevin Slims. We got $2. He said UK, the British teeth, especially quiet. Salute. I told you in this boxing game, we control the narrative. I don't say things that I don't believe. As for starters, old media does. They say a bunch of stuff we know is not the truth. They say a bunch of stuff that they deep down inside know is not the truth. If you do that, you will lose and look dumb more often than not. Like, what is truly outside of fight predictions, which I've gotten wrong? What have I been wrong with? I want the fans to answer that. 2021, outside of a fight prediction, I don't even think I got any fight predictions wrong, but that's anybody can get that wrong. The major sticking points and talking points, what have I gotten wrong? I'm going to give the fans who really watch my channel, give me my 60-day, how many months are we in? What is it, May? Give me my 5-month review. Let me know what I said that was wrong this year outside of fight predictions. And I don't even recall. I said Usman was going to win. I said Canelo was going to win. I picked Virgil Ortiz over Hooker. I picked Ryan over Luke. So I don't even remember getting a fight prediction wrong. But we'll set that to the side because that's unimportant. What have I said? Like at a major, something major that I said, I don't see Ryan Garcia Pacquiao happening. Guess what? The fight's not happening. I said I would be shocked if Javier Fortuna and Ryan Garcia gets done. I don't see Golden Boy winning that fight for Ryan. They pump fake and announced the fight, and then a week later, the fight was canceled. Bro, I've been on fire. Set you on fire. I told you. Shout out to Kamal Oz, $2. Triple G is finna fight Tommy Kane, Poverty from Waist Deep. He finna fight Big Meat from Waist Deep. I'm just asking. Let me know what I've been saying that is false. I told you Ryan wasn't fighting Pacquiao. Told you Crawford wasn't fighting Pacquiao. Those things came true. I said I didn't believe in Joshua Fury. They still acting like it's gonna happen in July. Listen, they acting like it's gonna happen. A fight all the way over there in Saudi Arabia, and it's been lingering. They still have no announcement. Joshua just put, which we'll talk about, on his Twitter, I'm tired of waiting, and the fans are tired of waiting. Just give me my props. Just give me my props. Ego Stradamus the Great. I told you, I'm here to do the best job that I can do. And that's to be transparent, be myself, entertain, and that. Period. So, like I said, I'm not perfect, but I feel like the stuff I put, notice I don't have to come and change anything. And I've been on a hot streak for real. So I don't nobody made me eat my words. They said they were going to make me eat my words, but they didn't do it. They're like, oh, you're stupid, you donut. Billy Joe Saunders is going to give Canelo a boxing lesson. That didn't happen. So I haven't been made to eat my words and retract any of my prior notions. Come on, bro. Y'all know what it is. Just give me my propers. The accuracy rating is stupid, but I'm telling you, I give you guys the gems. The way you do it is remove your emotion, take that and shove it up you know what I mean? And really call this fight fairly, the fight game fairly in the sport of boxing. Canelo-Saunders, listen, old media told you Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Smith were the best at 168. Your boy Ego said no. I said they're not the best. I said they like top 5, whatever. But I said, who's Billy Joe Saunders beat at 168 to be considered better than David Benavidez? David Benavidez knocked out Anthony Durrell, somebody I know who's a great fighter. You see what I'm saying? Come on, bro. They not like me. That's why y'all be coming back, tuning into the show, joining the chats, share the videos, send your money, bet on us. I told you. Bro, all of David Benavidez's recent wins are better than anything Billy Joe Saunders has done at 168. Porky Medina, 2 Ron Gavrils, Anthony Durrell, Jalen Love victory, Ronald Elliott. That's all better. That he's actually fighting at 168 and looking good. Billy Joe Saunders bro, can you imagine? First of all, I told you, y'all don't want to listen. He ain't beat Lamont Peterson. Get my likes up. I'm sick of being right. I told you from the beginning, put Billy Joe Saunders, before the eye break, before Canelo broke his eye, put him in there with David Benavidez. It probably would have been a worse fight because David Benavidez is 6'2.5". I've stood next to the guy. You know what I'm saying? I could vouch for it. He's a big dude. David Benavidez probably would have socked him up because first of all, I don't think Billy Joe Saunders is that slick, and Billy Joe Saunders don't have the ring IQ that y'all said he did to get away from them long ass arms and them punching the combinations. Billy Joe Saunders, the fast hands of Canelo was chopping up Billy Joe Saunders. So imagine somebody with longer arms. Benavidez shots could probably get there, whereas Canelo's a squatty, compact dude with fast hands. So even if he lands a punch, if his timing is off by a little bit, he's not going to connect because his arms aren't as long. David Benavidez is kind of lanky. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez can ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. But I told you guys all this stuff. David Benavidez would have chopped Billy Joe Saunders' head off, cartel style. But y'all don't want to listen to me. Amir Khan won more rounds with Canelo. Fact. I gave him the first 4 easy. But listen, when y'all let old media put the narrative out, it's always some, shout to AZ. Every time old media puts out the narrative, it's always some BS. And notice it always goes against mostly black fighters, but also American fighters. We have American companies and American imprints right here in boxing that are based out of America, throw events out of America, and these networks and promos and promoters and stuff refuse to give American minorities, especially black fighters, any type of props. For example, ESPN, an American company, just released a pound for pound women's list. They put Katie Taylor above Clarissa Shields. Bro, once again, the complexion for the protection must be nice. Katie Taylor, first of all, she ducked Clarissa Shields. She just did a recent interview and said she's too small and took herself out of the equation to fight Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields ain't ducked nothing. Shields don't need a shield. She's a beast. She don't need to hide. She said she would fight. Like, let's make it work. Katie Taylor said she ain't fighting. She said she ain't fighting her. She's too small. She's like, oh, I started my career, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't want to fight her. Just say that. You know what I mean? And she hasn't fought Amanda Serrano, who's also a beast. So ESPN, let them tell it. Katie Taylor from Ireland is so much better than Clarissa Shields and Amanda Serrano. And then Eddie Hearn acting like he got all this $1 billion budget, but they didn't want to pay Amanda Serrano no money. And then he was asking for 10,000 back or whatever per diem back from Amanda Serrano. Block eclipses. Get him out of here. When they hate, donate. Go that way. I don't even care what. Listen, I'm old media catching so many L's. I don't even need to hear from them. I don't like, so if they in the chat, we just got a booker. Bro, Katie Taylor is not as advertised. They said she's nice. She damn near lost both Delphine Persoon fight. And then when she moved up in weight, she fought this other chick, and she didn't even look great in that. But they keep saying that Katie Taylor is the one. Bro, Clarissa Shields would break her neck like Busta Rhymes. Now break your neck. Come on. Me and Dre coming through like a steamroller. Ain't no around. Bro, Clarissa Shields break her neck in the ring. But once again, when you have the complexion for the protection, and Clarissa Shields is flexing her weight, going to each different weight. Like, she has to go to in search because the women's talent pool is different. She has to go down in weight, which can be extremely hard. She's a 2-peat gold medalist, and she's going down in weight because she's finding bigger payday fights and undisputed and making her legacy. You know what I mean? Because there's not as much competition in or around her division, so she has to, keep coming down. Amanda Serrano, same thing. She's like an 8-weight champion, but they got Katie Taylor number 1. Come on, bro. She's another Ronda Rousey. Shout out to Kevin Slims. Bro, we control the narrative. That's what I say. I don't worry about that. So let old media tell it. Katie Taylor is the best ever. You know what I mean? She's the current best. They don't want to give props to a black fighter from Flint. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine this. Being from Flint, the water's bad. I don't even think they still got clean water over there, right? To be black in America, you're from the Midwest where they don't even have clean water where she's from, right? And somehow, some way, through oppression, through racism, through the Olympics, through all these, through not having clean water. That's not something that the average person has to deal with. Need water, what you need to live, and not having a clean water supply, for what you need. You know what I mean? So dealing with all that, and then in your own country, where you're from, where you 2 times came back with an Olympic gold, something no American male, even the great Andre Ward, no one had done. And look at how you get treated. Look at how you get treated. You got big box media and people that work for them like ESPN, and they use their platform. They use their platform to tell you everyone else is greater from Ireland and Ukraine and all that, and not give credit to the people that are right here that have endured so much and how somehow, some way emerged through all of it. It's just crazy. But that's what I'm saying. Just continue to support. I'm going to continue to put my best foot forward and bring that realness to the game. He said Flint was bad. I was there 2 weeks ago. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Block always lost. Yeah, you always lost. That's a good name for you. Block them. Get the likes up. Block always lost. That's a great name for you. You is always lost. You lost. You lost this one too. Yeah, block them. We blocking all that. I don't even want to hear from old media. Y'all, they don't want to put a black fighter, Jermell Charlo, on the list. He ran through his whole division with the exception of one more belt. They don't want to put a black fighter from Houston. They don't like the way he talked. They trying to act like Jermell don't exist. Man, old media funny. Ego, stay on their necks. Let's go, bro. I'm ready. I was born for this. Smash the like, go. Y'all sleep. Y'all want me to come later than tomorrow? Listen, I'm trying to tell you how this goes. These lives only come one way. If this ain't working, I'm out. Likes or loot. We got to get the likes up, or we got to get the loot up, or my shooters might shoot you. So, at the end of the day, Canelo-Saunders, to recap, Billy Joe Saunders, he got whooped. Like, what was he really doing? I don't even see what you're doing, bro. Canelo was setting up his shots, being cautious, landing the better shot. I mean, what was Billy doing so much? And then now, after he acted a fool, we supposed to have all this sympathy for him. I'm not understanding boxing. People are like, oh no, he didn't quit. He quit. Oh, don't believe the hype. He quit. Bro, by his own admission, he quit. You understand? He had the nerve to insult Daniel Dubois. Then he quit too. Like, he told you, he admitted, look at Antonio Margarito. Look at Billy Joe. And look at Margarito, bro. Look at his face, bro. Canelo beat you into submission. You knew if you went back out there, you was getting knocked out. You quit. Listen, just like anything else, a quit can come in many forms. Let me explain. Shout out to Kevin in effect. Smash the like button. $2. Appreciate you. It's up to y'all to save the stream. If not, I'm out. So, listen, a quit can come in many ways. For example, you could just say, like Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard 2, no mas. You could do like Victor Ortiz versus Maidana and say, I'm out, right? You could just say, I don't know, dude. You're literally talking to a tree, bro. I just think I'm too young to be getting beat up like this. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board. Remember, Victor Ortiz. That's just the easiest form of quitting. The easiest to outright quit. Business brain is on you. That's what I'm talking about. See, y'all listen, shooters, y'all can learn from business brain because he be clutch. He be super clutch because he's paying attention. He's paying attention to what's going on in the chat, and he be sending warnings and stuff. Bro, that's what Victor Ortiz said in the Maidana fight. He said, You're literally talking to a tree, bro. I don't know. I'm too young to be getting my ass beat, so I'll just go back to the draw. He quit. That's Victor Ortiz. That's just the form of quitting that everyone understands. You've publicly just conceded and said, you're literally talking to a tree, bro. Yeah, Maidana, he hits fucking hard. So I'm just too young to be getting beat up like that. That's just the most flagrant version of a quit. But just because it doesn't come in that form doesn't mean that's not a quit. So that's one. The other type of quit, right? The other type of quit is when you are being asked instructions or to respond, right, to officials, be it a ringside physician, a referee, a doctor, whatever, right? If you are being asked direct questions, they are going to look and interpret your body language. So if you really want to fight, your demeanor is going to show that. So you can also quit just like Billy Joe Saunders quit. Yeah, he didn't come out and say it and they try to blame the team and all this stuff. He quit. They had a camera in the ring or in the corner or whatever. That's another way to quit, because at the end of the day, their doctors or whatever asking you a question. So if you act uncertain, if you start wincing and blinking and you start acting weird and befuddled, then of course they're going to stop the fight. Anybody who boxes knows that if you do not respond well, like, there's going to get quit. Like if you get knocked down and then you're swaying like this, then you know it's going to get stopped. So the true warriors of the sport that take it to that next level and risk everything, they'll do their best to have a poker face and show that they're able to continue. Again, if you if you just act weird and act shook, then of course they're going to stop. That's what Billy Joe Saunders' team did. That's exactly what his team did. You know, that's what he did. He didn't want no Moss, and the doctor came in and they're like, and like Canelo said, he talked to Eddie Reynoso. He said he's not coming back out. I could tell. I broke his cheek. You could tell because if his eyes swell up quick. But the thing is, a quit is a quit, bro. Shout out to Felicia. She says she's meal prepping and listening to the boy Ego. Appreciate you. Yeah, Canelo hyped up the crowd. He was like this. That was clean. That was a good moment. That was a good moment for him. And then on top of that, bro, you created too much havoc. Nobody is going to feel the sympathy that you want when you act like that. Listen, if Billy Joe Saunders acted like a decent human with some couth, then yeah, I get it. People would probably be a little bit sympathetic. But when you act like Billy Joe Saunders for your whole career, basically, and then now the joke's on you, you really think people are going to cut you some slack? You never cut the world slack. You got people kicked off playing coronavirus games and getting people kicked off the plane, letting your son hit another professional fighter at a weigh-in, hit him in the groin, asking for bigger ring sizes and then changing the ring. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. The man quit. You're like, oh, you get in the ring. Bro, you are the person. You signed up for this. Bro, if you're a firefighter, my brother's a cop, right? You you know the risks associated with being a firefighter, being a sheriff, being a cop, being this, being a boxer, right? Of course, I don't want to see a fighter blind or become a vegetable or all this like macabre things. I'm not saying I want to see a fighter, but you know the risks associated with your job. And at the end of the day, one of the risks could be fatality. Your job, we've seen fighters die after Patrick Days and Maxim Dadashev and stuff, and guys that are just, permanently Magomed Abdul Salamov and Pritchard Cologne, and then the other dude with Rock Nation, Franco. Bro, we've seen this is a brutal sport. So you really and truly have to be Nick Blackwell, bro. You really have to be built different for that. And like I said, that's just one of the hardships or things that you could have to endure as a fighter. But ironically enough, with the Billy Joe Saunders thing is this. Once again, what old media tells you, they told you that Billy Joe was so slick. You ain't never heard me say he was uber slick, because my background, and when I think about slick fighters, I don't think of Billy Joe Saunders. When I think of defensive fighters, I don't think about Lomachenko. But this is what old media thinks of when they think of premier boxing, right? They say, "Oh, Lomachenko's defense he is net." Listen, if I look through the repertoire of boxers, I have never thought, when it comes to slickness and defense, I have never thought of Lomachenko. It would almost be a disservice to all of you and it disrespectful to the history of boxing that I know for me to actually have said that. To say that these are like the top guy. But once again, if you have the complexion for the protection, old media is quick to anoint you. You guys said Billy Joe Saunders was so slick. So Floyd Mayweather and Pernell Whitaker, they don't get credit for being slick. In fact, you have racists who call them names and runners and marathon runners and cowards and stuff like that. But throughout his career, Floyd Mayweather has never quit in a fight. He's 50-0. It's impossible. If he quit in a fight and lost, then his record wouldn't be 50-0. Pernell Whitaker has some losses, rest in peace, but he never quit in a fight and his face looked like that. So this is who y'all said. This is what old media said was slickness. So I ask you, if that's slick to you, how did he even get caught falling in to the same shot that Canelo was bowling? Canelo had been throwing that uppercut. He just hadn't reached and got the timing. But Canelo kept bowling that uppercut and trying to catch him. He was trying the whole time. Go watch round 2. He was trying early in the fight, round 1 or 2. He was shooting the uppercut and he touched him with it. But that was just one where he got it. The timing was perfect. Ooh! And then everything just worked. But he'd been trying the same shot. Billy Joe Saunders fell into it. He fell in, like, bro, that made it work. You fell into the shot, just like how Pacquiao kind of fell into the Marquez shot. It's the same thing. Your head went down into it. You fell into it. How's that slick? Where's the slickness in that? But meanwhile, these are the same people that say black folks like Terrence Crawford and Jordan Ennis and Errol Spence get hit too much. But Errol Spence ain't getting this rocked and his eyes cracked open. But when it comes to a black fighter, these are the guys that they say in old media that are getting hit too much, right? They tell you Jaron Boots in it. Oh, yeah. In the Sergey Lipinets fight, he took too much punishment. But his face is not getting broken in half. He's not getting a Humpty Dumpty eye. And he's knocking out Sergey Lipinets. So once again, these know-nothing racists in boxing keep telling you certain guys, namely black fighters, right, get hit too much. that are action stars like Jaron Boots Ennis. But must I remind you, the Lipinus fight didn't end like what the Canelo-Saunders fight did. They say Terrence Crawford, block Marco Alvarez, block him, get him. I don't care what you think. Go start your own channel. Fuck you and fuck your race baiting and all that. You have no answers for me. It's a waste of my time. Block. When they don't want to hear the truth, probably because they are the people in the comment section that are guilty of doing what I'm telling you, this is what it comes to. Oh, really? Race baiting? I'm not race baiting. Tell me how I'm lying. That's what I want to know. I'm giving you guys examples, telling you what is being said. I have multiple popular platforms in this boxing game. And once again, it gets directed on me as opposed to what I'm saying. That's what actually shows you that I must be striking a chord. They can never focus on what's being said. Nider, appreciate you. Haters confuse rolling with punches with getting hit. Half the time they don't realize most punches are blocked. Yeah, or they just have they antennas all the way raised up, and they is never going to give certain fighters like black fighters credit. So as a result, they're looking to deconstruct and lessen performances from Errol Spence and Jermell and Jamal Charlo and Jaron Ennis and stuff like that. Bro, okay, listen, I'm about to dust y'all off. Come with it. Y'all come, send y'all best people. Send y'all best people. I'm about to dust y'all off. So let's do this. Jamal Charlo, his opponent failed a drug test, Willie Monroe Jr. It was the first fight, main event for Fox, the new partnership that PBC had, right? Jamal Charlo switched gears from fighting a non-puncher in Monroe to fighting an amateur with punching power and a southpaw, tricky guy, Matt Korobov. Did you guys not remember hearing people say, oh, Jamal Charlo was exposed? Jamal Charlo was exposed by Korobov. Did you hear haters say that? We're going to start there. Did you hear haters say that Jamal Charlo was somehow exposed in the Korobov fight? Watch me catch this body, man. Y'all know what y'all started. Shout out to Business Brain. Okay, now we got some action. Shout out to Ricky. Shout out to Boss Red. So old media told you that a black fighter from H-Town, keep running your mouth, was exposed, and he almost knocked Matt Korobov out. I was there ringside. Listen. I'm a mammal. I'm an animal. I was at that fight. So I was really ringside with the Lions. And I ain't talking no YouTube channel. Listen, I said I'm a mammal, an animal. I was at that fight. It was a double feature with the Charlos. So I was really ringside with the Lions. I ain't talking no YouTube channel. Bro, I'm everywhere. You ain't never there. Oh my God. Bars. Let's get it, bro. I said I'm a mammal. I'm an animal. I was really at that fight. So I was ringside with the Lions. I ain't talking about no YouTube channel. To be ringside with the Lions, you got to watch their videos on YouTube. I was actually there. I was actually at that fight. They better stop playing with me, man. They better stop playing with me. I was really ringside with the Lions. I was at that doubleheader, right? And in old media, they told you that somehow Jamal Charlo was exposed and all this stuff. But once again, let's dissect this. Block M. Diak Kite or whatever. Get him out of here. I don't even want to look at his name. Block him. Block him. I don't care what they talk about. Y'all had y'all turn to talk. Now it's time for the king. Get rid. Oh my! Shout out to Prince Savage. So I was at that fight. He said, done. Confirmed kill. Let's go. I was at that fight. They said Korobov lost. He almost stopped Korobov they said Charlo lost. He almost stopped Korobov in the 12th round, right? But the same people in old media want to somehow, like I tell you, old media has Karen behavior. Old media has Karen behavior. So what they try to do is all of a sudden play victim, all of a sudden, have the sympathy card, all of a sudden start crediting the loser that they told you would win. That's what I call loser talk. This is what losers do. Losers talk big ish, and then when they can't deliver, they act like Karens, and then they act like a victim, like Billy Joe Saunders. That's Karen behavior. That's loser talk. That's loser talk when you can't just man up and be like, all right, you bested me, you boom, boom, boom. So a black fighter like Jamal Charlo, they said he was exposed and he almost stopped Korobov. But Billy Joe Saunders, some people are saying he exposed Canelo and we supposed to praise his performance. He lost damn near every round. Y'all got to make this make sense. How do we give more credit to the How are we giving more credit to losers in the contest, in the competition, than we are the winner? Jamal Charlo damn near knocked Korobov head off in the 12th round and his legs went crazy, right? He won the fight, but he's the loser based on the comment section. Floyd Mayweather beats Castillo. Floyd Mayweather beats Maidana, but somehow old media in the comments on the internet make it sound as if Floyd Mayweather lost to Maidana, make it sound as if Floyd Mayweather lost to Castillo. But then when Billy Joe Saunders, really loses and gets his eye shattered, that's a warrior. That is slickness. That was a great performance. Like, what are we talking about, bro? I told you, this is racist people's fragility. This is racist fragility. Is somehow we turn the internet. Andre Ward fought Kovalev, tough fight. Another black fighter. Andre Ward fought Kovalev, tough fight. He lost. That's what old media tell you. He lost. But then when someone actually loses, like Triple G, or should have lost, like Triple G versus Derenchenko, or Triple G versus Jacob, we supposed to give Triple G all the praise in the world. And it's a bad performance. Or we expected more from you. Billy Joe Saunders can get his eye shattered and he's still considered slick and like, yeah, come on, Billy, great fight and you were winning. How come the same racists don't say that to Andre Ward? How come they didn't? When Andre Ward was around and the Kovalev fight was dumb close, another fight, I was there, right? For both of them. I was there at both Ward Kovalev. Where's all this uplifting conversation at that point? They just say, nah, Andre Ward got his butt kicked. But then when Billy Joe Saunders actually gets his butt kicked and gets stopped and can't continue and quits, he gets praise from old media. Explain how that works. I'll be waiting. Tyson Fury. He gets knocked out by Deontay Wilder in the first fight. Somehow people said he won the fight. They said he won 10 rounds to 2. There is no black fighter in the history of niggerdom that can get knocked down twice and knocked unconscious, and anybody from old media will say he won the fight against a non-black fighter. It will not happen. Mark this video down. It will never happen. Can you imagine if Floyd Mayweather fought Pacquiao, got dropped, then in the 12th round got knocked unconscious, and then somehow did this Undertaker stuff and got back up and he started fighting a bit and said, oh, easy work. And then ding, 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 the bell rang. Do you think anybody from old media would say Floyd won that fight? No matter what happened in any other round, the fact that Floyd Mayweather got knocked down and got knocked unconscious in a second knockdown, and that was the last thing you seen, there would be no one from old media, because we know why, that said Floyd won the fight. But Tyson Fury can get knocked unconscious and people say he won both fights. Bro, y'all get drilled. Shout out to Kamal Oz. Corporate media and Brits did the same to Danny Garcia versus Khan. Yeah, exactly. Like, let's praise Khan for getting knocked down 3 times and knocked out. But Danny Garcia still sucks, according to them. It just doesn't make sense, bro. I'm telling you, there's no black fighter that can fight a non-black fighter. And then what happened in Wilder Fury, get dropped, then get dropped harder and knocked unconscious. And anybody will be like, imagine if Kovalev did that. He dropped Wilder in the second round or whatever. And let's say he knocked him unconscious in the 12th, and then Ward got up. And then Ward was like woozy and kept fighting back. And then the fight ended. There would be nobody saying that Andre Ward beat Kovalev. Because guess what? You know how I know? Because that didn't happen, and y'all still was saying that Andre Ward lost. So there was only one knockdown, not two, and y'all still said he lost. So we know for damn sure if there was a second worse knockdown where he was unconscious, you definitely weren't going to say that he beat Kovalev. But when you're white in the sport of boxing and you have the complexion for the protection, you can eat wild boar meat, fail drug tests, get knocked out, get knocked down, and still you won the fight, according to old media. I mean, god dang. Block Frank, I don't care what you think. Now let me get to this money. Shout out to Dirty Cheap. Listen, smash the like button. It's me. Dirty Chivo, ego wrecked y'all. This is easy too. This is light. These 2-a-days is light. That's light. Bro, smash the like button. We talk about all things boxing. Shout out to LJ. Thank you. This man, Business Brain, is clipping them, and Prince Savage. They clipping them. Let's go. So, yeah, man. Leads me to topic of Wilder. So we already know that Wilder knocked Fury out in the first fight. There's nobody in the history, like I said, there's no black fighter. Okay, just let's end it right now. I'll give $100 if you can name a high-profile fight in the last year where a black person got knocked out by a non-black person, right? And people were saying all this, oh, he won the fight. Like the masses were saying it. Y'all got 30 seconds. Name a black person that lost in a high-profile boxing fight, and people were talking about how good he was doing and all this shit that y'all doing for Billy Joe Saunders. And when Tyson Fury get his head knocked off by Wilder in the first fight, let me know who that person is. Listen, $100. I'll give out $100 of my own money. I'll make it $250. I'll make it $250. Where you heard non-black fans giving credit to a black fighter for getting knocked out and saying he was winning and all this other stuff that you hear for Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo, or that you heard when Tyson Fury got whacked in a Wilder first fight. Come on, time's running out. 25 seconds. Yeah. They made excuses when Canelo. I don't care about that. I'm asking my question. So if y'all got an answer, we working. $250. What I got to make it $3? I'm willing to pay you $300 of my money, and you know I got it. He said there ain't no one. Exactly. Time up. Bro, the reason we know there ain't no one is because there are black fighters that win fights, and the consensus is that they lost anyway, even though the judges said, hey, I won. So when the judges say Canelo beat Triple G, people feel different types of ways. When the judges said Triple G beat Jacobs, when Triple G beat Derevyanchenko, old media says, nah, the judges gave it to him. He won. But the judges said Andre Ward beat Kovalev, and the old media fans said, no, he didn't. Andre Ward lost. The judges said Floyd Mayweather beat Castillo and beat Maidana, but old media can't stomach it and can't take it. So despite the judges' actual scorecards, they say F that, Mayweather lost both of them fights. He lost versus Oscar De La Hoya. They just throw losses on. But then when the actual fighter loses that has the complexion for the protection, like Billy Joe Saunders, they tell you to coddle him. He lost, got his eye broken, something that has never happened to Floyd Mayweather that I can remember in 50 fights. And the loser of the contest, who got hit with a single shot that y'all said was slick. You said Billy Joe was slick. I never said that. Y'all said that. But then when Billy Joe Saunders get hit with that Canelo, ooh, and gets his face shattered, they're like, nah, that was a great performance by Billy Joe. But Floyd wins fights, and y'all ain't saying this. And they said Pacquiao beat Floyd in slow motion. First, it was his shoulder was bad, but then it was he really beat him in slow motion. Then it was he would have beat him if he went to the ocean and got some salt water. Man, old media all over the place, bro. You might as well just keep it real and give credit where credit's due. But again, it's racist fragility. Their mindset is fragile, and they don't want to honor that there are a lot of top Black fighters or Mexican fighters or Latino fighters or whoever happens to be good in that certain situation. So it does something to their psyche, and they're like, nah, I can't take that. I can't take that. I ain't giving them no props. So like I said, y'all got to get that hate out your heart, bro. Shout out to Victor. And then when the funny thing is, they said Pacquiao was old when Mayweather beat him, but he just beat Broner and Keith Thurman. Thurman is strong, supposed to be stronger, and he's definitely younger than Floyd, but he couldn't actually beat him. Oh my gosh, I'm cooking y'all. Let's move on to the heavyweights. Now, old media has told you that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are going to fight. They can't tell you anything else. You don't see a press conference. You haven't seen a non-fan made official flyer, right? But they keep telling you, hold your horses. It will happen. It will happen. It's going to happen. Please wait. Wait for it to happen. Oh, by the way, more proof that Ego Stradamus is the best at this boxing talk. Shout out to Ellie. Ellie got a video with Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia, quote, I think Billy Joe Saunders quit versus Canelo. I must be the greatest. I must be the greatest. The things I say in my live commentary before all of these interviews are even conducted, the trainers, former fighters, current fighters, they tend to agree with me. So Robert Garcia telling you now today on ES News Channel what I told you on Saturday live when it happened, that Billy Joe Saunders quit. And y'all got mad at me. You're like, no, he wanted to quit. Gabe Rosado told you that. Man, it's looking bad for old media. You might have to move to a different country or something because you have been outed. You have been exposed. So back to the heavyweight division. Old media also told you that Joshua Fury is next. And first it was in May, then it was June, then it was June, July, then it was just July. Then they were talking about July, August. Then it was supposed to get announced this week. Then it was the week after that. Then it was supposed to be a Canelo-Saunders announcement. Then that fight came and went, and we still have no announcement. Now your boy Anthony Joshua just posted this. Quote, Spartan, I'm tired. My fans are tired. Your fans are tired. We're all tired of the talk. Let's talk more action. Tyson Fury. Bro, get these dudes out of here, bro. It's not boxing. I told you from the beginning that was cap. You didn't want to address the elephant in the room. These guys got boxing looking like a freak show with all this stupid. Shout out to Naz Mill. Ego, Paulie is on Twitter making excuses for Billy Joe Saunders. That's probably why he got fired from Showtime, because of these opinions that nobody could relate to. Anywho, Paulie also said that all the fighters that are superior are white and Eastern European and European. And since he said that, it's like he put a curse on the whole game because we've seen a ton of Eastern European fighters lose to other fighters, Mexican, black, whatever. So I don't know what he's talking about. Block We Benjamin, we be jamming. It's the same dude. Bro, old media out here looking crazy. So Joshua said he tired. Bro, let me read that again. Block We Be Jamming. Yeah, let's see if the shooter's tech jam. He says, Spartan, I'm tired. My fans are tired. Your fans are tired. We're all tired of the talk. Let's talk more action. Bro, this is by far, since I've been covering boxing, this is my opinion, ego, of course. This is by far the worst, most horrific, sloppiest, messiest, most chaotic negotiations for a quote unquote super fight that I have ever seen. Everybody involved looks very foolish at this current juncture with all of the shenanigans attached to Joshua Fury. Once again, there's a ton of updateless updates, meaning they keep going to the press, and I don't know if they're depressed, but they keep going to the bar. And they keep going to the press, they really don't have nothing to say. They really don't have nothing to say. So, like I said, it's a bunch of updateless update. Oh, yeah, the both fighters, they want to sign. Oh, Anthony Joshua woke up this morning and brushed his teeth. Bro, we don't care about the simpleton stuff. You said Joshua Fury this week. You said this month. Then this month came and went. You said this week. Then this week came and went. Then you said next week. Then that came and went. Then Tyson Fury said like a month and a half ago that his deadline is Tuesday, right? And then Tuesday, it's been 8 Tuesdays since he said that. We still have nothing resolved. This is by far the dumbest negotiation I've ever heard. If you believe in this horse negotiation, then you're probably mildly retarded. I really want to suggest that your IQ might be. It's like, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? And what's worse, how you have so many people like, hold on. Damn, these are good. How you have so many people on the case and you make no progress? That's like being in school, having a group project, putting 15 kids on the same project in the same group, and they can't do a simple project, which is part of their normal job description. It's embarrassing and humiliating, not for me, for them. That's like a police precinct putting all the detectives they have in the precinct on this one case and they can't solve it. Bro, you're wasting your resources. If you put every detective on one murder case and you can't find any evidence, any leads, y'all suck. Y'all suck. You can't get with the forensic. You got the forensics team. You got everyone in the department on a case and y'all can't solve the murder. Y'all are weak. Jamar, what up? It was hard to see the goal trying to announce the fight Joshua Fury, but Wilder in arbitration wasn't dealt with. Yeah, get the likes up. Bro, this is embarrassing at this point. And I told you, it's going to follow this thing all the way through. So it's going to be them or me. I'll be proven wrong or they'll be proven wrong. And I'm a man of my word. This will not stop. We control the narrative until they wave the white flag and announce that this is BS, and or that article comes out, that report comes out saying, hey, we tried, but Joshua Fury won't be happening next, or Wilder and Fury get announced. A bunch of clout chasing. Like this, I don't know how much y'all know about business, but I tend to believe that I've ran a business, a steady business, for a decade plus. I've been in business for other people, like, you know, work for other businesses. This is a Hail Mary. I don't know how much y'all know about business, but let me explain. Joshua just put this tweet. You don't have shit. If you have to tweet, Spartan, I'm tired, my fans are tired, your fans are tired, we're all tired of the talk, less action, or less talk, more action. If you really and truly have a fight, you would not have to do that or tweet that publicly, right? If the fight was happening 1 more week, mate. They just, hold up. Eddie Hearn just said he was, oh my, woo, about to get y'all. Eddie Hearn said he wanted to announce the fight at Canelo-Saunders. Canelo-Saunders came and went. The fight still hasn't been announced. That is a pure desperation, Hail Mary attempt from Anthony Joshua, Team Joshua. Why would, listen, just listen to what I'm saying. You've been in negotiation, and they said it was smooth sailing, and the contracts were signed in March, and all this, and, you know, 1 more week, mate. This is what they said, right? Why would you have to put a public tweet so the whole world sees it if you're in cahoots and you're right there of getting this job done? Why would you even have to do something? Why wouldn't you just text Frank Warren or Bob Arum or Tyson Fury? There's reports out right now that say Tyson Fury texts and FaceTimes Anthony Joshua, right? So why would you need to put something for all of us to see on Twitter saying, hey, I'm tired, we're all tired, blah, blah, blah? Because you have nothing. You have nothing. Once again, when have you ever, Floyd Mayweather, when have you ever seen him do something like that, where he looked so desperate to make a fight that he was negotiating? Please tell me what fight it was. Floyd fighting De La Hoya. Floyd fight all the big fights he had. Mosley, Cotto, Marquez, whoever, Ricky Hatton. When have you ever seen that? When has Floyd ever had to go to social media and say, I'm tired, please just sign the contract? Won't. Joshua, I guess, wouldn't he be the A side? He got more belts. You know what I mean? He got more belts. Wouldn't he be the A side? When have you ever seen an A side Floyd Mayweather do that and say, oh man, I'm tired. I'm really tired. Just we're tired of talking about it. Bro, these guys look very bad. 1 more week, mate. So I have a very big difficulty. Get the lights up. Where we at with the lights? I'm about to get off. Listen, I told you, likes are loot. I'm about to get off. Y'all wasting my time. I've been cooking y'all. Y'all wasting my time. Oh, except for W. Sam Ottman. He ain't wasting my time. Let's go. We got a Cash App, $2. A black fighter took Paulie's belt and his girl. Y'all petty, bro. Why y'all on my Cash App saying that? Yeah, he said a black fighter took Paulie's belt and his girl. Get my likes up, bro. When have you ever seen this in making a major fight? Showtime Boxing, listen, Eddie Hearn, hold on. Canelo said Eddie Hearn's a great promoter and the best in the business. I reject your deposit, Mr. Canelo Alvarez, because let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. How are you the best promoter when you said it was smooth sailing and the fight was done, and you've been saying the fight was done and all parties agree, but you announced the fight? Meanwhile, your competitor, Al Heyman, Showtime, BBC, Showtime has released 5 months worth of actual fights for the next 5 months 2 pay-per-views, Gervonta Davis and Mario Barrios, right? Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul, and this one fight that would be a pay-per-view, Joshua Fury, all you've been doing is talking about it with no actual announcement. Canelo-Saunders already happened. I don't know how big it was or whatever on terms of like viewership, but that already happened. So now, what is your next big fight? Josh Budussi, whatever his name is. What is their next big? Tell me the next big fight. Dillian White just fought Povetkin. Canelo just fought. Tell me what Rematch Room and DAZN's next big fight is. Your competitors got 5 months worth of fights. Top Rank got an undisputed fight that they already announced. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez. And it looks like they're working on Tyson Fury and Wilder. Your competitor, other competitor, Showtime, they got an undisputed fight. Charlo Castano. They got his brother Charlo fighting like a week before that. Bro, the UK in the world of boxing is over. I'm not saying they don't have fights or whatever, but I'm just saying the way you're being revered in world boxing is not the time. This looks like the UK that I've always known in boxing, where it's been a clear cut, like you have big movie releases and you have direct to DVD. The UK boxing is like direct to DVD Steven Seagal movies, bro. What are you doing? You making a bomb? Am I making a bomb? Bro, this is like some Steven Seagal movie. Eddie Hearn's fights be like Steven Seagal direct to DVD joints. You know what I mean? Where Steven Seagal weighed 280 and stuff. And it got crazy plot. He and like Russians versus Native Americans, and he's like living on a reservation, and it's just like this crazy convoluted plot of action movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this, bro? I'm just telling you what it is. This is some direct to DVD type of stuff from Rematch Room. You got this 5-year deal or whatever with DAZN. What's your next big fight? Because Joshua Fury, you got one of the people begging Tyson Fury to sign the contract. That doesn't look good. From where I'm sitting, that don't look good. It don't look like you actually got a fight. And the funny thing is, this is the funny thing. This was very easy to predict if you pay attention. Universal Marine starring Donnie Wahlberg. Oh, wow. I ain't even heard of that, so it must be not that good. The funny thing is this. Give my like up. Smash the like button. Smash my likes up. If y'all want to keep this stream going, that's the only way I'm going to keep going, because I've been killing y'all. I've been killing y'all with facts. Bro, smash the like button. Joshua Fury is like the tooth fairy. It's not real. Oh, wow. Y'all going in right now. Bro, they've been talking 1 more week, mate. Oh, let me just add this. Let me just pile this on for you. Listen, I'm a pile drive, y'all. So Frank Warren also, here's another aspect of why this looked bogus and all that. Frank Warren, look, this is what he said. Blah, blah, blah. Frank Warren has stated that Tyson Fury won't sign his deal contract for the Anthony Joshua fight until the money is guaranteed by a bank. He explained lawyers are working to resolve this, but Bob Arum's discussing a July USA fight as a backup. Bro, get this out of here, bro. Get this out of here. This is not good for boxing. So Tyson won't sign the contract. Per Frank Warren, Tyson Fury won't sign the contract because there's no proof of funds. We'll come back to that. Keep that in mind. We'll come back to that. Right? Then it says that they're working on a July fight for Tyson Fury outside of Joshua. I don't look good, bro. That don't look good. So the lawyers are actively trying to figure out this money issue, but you're already planning a backup fight. Why would you plan a backup fight if you thought the money was going to get rectified and make this fight happen? Just explain these things to me. Smash the like button. Explain these things to me. I'm not the smartest brother in the world. Y'all tell me. Why would you be planning for a backup fight if it was just some small thing and you really thought they were going to come through with the money? Wouldn't you just be waiting for the money and waiting for, a call from Chase Bank? Okay, the money's here, blah, blah, blah. It's in the escrow, blah, blah, blah. Or whatever you need to do to show proof of fund. You wouldn't be actively pursuing what he's going to be doing in July. Stop it. So we're right on the verge of something great on the channel. All I ask, just keep supporting. If I'm right, y'all gonna pay me like usual for my service and contributions to the world of boxing. I'm giving y'all the reliable news. Y'all gonna pay. Y'all gonna pay. That's okay. Y'all gonna pay me. Y'all gonna pay me for this work. You smashing them ego facts. The funny thing, remember I said keep this in mind, proof of funds. Joshua did this dumb UK interview, and he said, 50 mil when Wilder was pressing him. He said, 50 mil, I'll take the fight tomorrow. And then Wilder responded and said, oh my God, I got with my people. And they got with your people. Check your email. We got 50 mil. I want to fight you. I promise. Remember? And Wilder did the video. He had a little jacket, I think a WBC jacket or something on, little blazer. And he said, I got your 50 mil. It's all there. It's all the money's all in the bank. He did all that. Joshua's team still found a way to duck. You know what? One of the excuses that Eddie Hearn had was that it was just an email, which was weird because it was some guy in Alabama trying to disrespect a black man. You know what I'm saying he was just some guy in Alabama. You know what I mean? Instead of acting like you know who he is, right? Then he said, where did they come up with this 50 mil? Where did they come up with this 50 mil? I need proof of funds. Now Frank Warren is saying he needs proof of funds and they working on a backup. Get these dudes out of here. This doesn't help the sport of boxing. This looks sloppy. This looks horrible. There's never any superstar like Floyd Mayweather. It's never happened in his whole career where the business to his fights look all sloppy and strewn about on the internet. And people just reading back and forth. People are fed up. People are over it. It looks stupid. It's a waste of people's time. You really shouldn't do any interview until you had some actual news. But hey, this is just my opinion. You guys let me know in the comment section what you feel. To me, this looks extremely bad. It looks extremely bad, bro. But ironically enough, when Wilder said he had 50 mil for Eddie Hearn and Joshua, their side, they said it was cap and they needed proof of funds. Now Eddie Hearn says he has 150 mil plus in Saudi Arabia, and Frank Warren saying that they don't have proof of funds and Fury won't sign until he gets proof of the bank. The other thing that's ironic too is Tyson Fury was supporting his buddy who just got his eye socket rearranged and shattered. He was just in Dallas with Eddie Hearn. He was in Dallas. In fact, he was on Eddie Hearn's podcast. Listen, this is your one-stop shop. You get all the news. I give y'all all the news. Smash the like button. And we're giving you facts. He was on Eddie Hearn's podcast, right? You got multiple different promoters, all quote unquote working on this fight. Yet between the four of them, roughly, they can't get nothing done. That's what it's come to. You got Eddie Hearn, his dad, Barry Hearn, that's two, Frank Warren, and you got Bob Arum. So you got basically four promoters, four separate people times, 60 years apiece, for Arum, let's say Frank Warren got 40 years. That's 100 years of experience. 60 plus 40. And then Barry Hearn, he 100 or whatever he is. That's another 40 years of promotion. Bro, you got Eddie Hearn, he's the youngest out of them. So let's say he got 20 years of promoting experience. You got like 160 years of promotion experience between 4 people, and you can't get a fight done. And it looks this sloppy. Stop it. Stop it. Bro, this look bad, bad, bad. And this is what happens when you run and negotiate fights through the media, which is what Ego Stradamus told y'all from the beginning. That's typically not the best thing. It's not how you should do it. It's bad. And ultimately, it shows you the people in that situation really don't care about the fans, because if you cared about the fans, you would spare them all of the excess BS and just announce the fight when you got the fight. Look, Tyson Fury is 2 feet away from Eddie Hearn, and they was on the podcast together. How you have the man sitting next to you and you ain't get him to sign the contract? And then he leaves, and then the day after he leaves Dallas or whatever, or 2 days after he leave, Frank Warren said he ain't signed the contract because there's no proof of funds. How could you not resolve that if he's right there? Bro, get these dudes out of here. I'm destroying them. That's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them. I'm destroying them. I'm Ego Valley. I'm destroying them. How you have the man sitting right next to you, and whatever issue this is with the proof of funds, even though he's there for multiple days supporting Billy Joe Saunders, who got his butt kicked, even though he said gypsies don't quit, even though he said that the Gypsy King Jr. was about to knock out Canelo. That wasn't true, but you have him in your presence. You can't resolve the money issue, but you say the money is there. Get these dudes out of here, bro. This is not good for the sport of boxing. They got to go until they come correct.
It's going to be, I tell you what even punch is going to be. I'll even give my game plan away. It'll be a check left hook straight to the temple. His legs will go and he'll fall on his face. He may get back up and I'll knock him out with the overhand right. Good night. Okay. Enough said.
Okay. I think he stopped you in 9 rounds.
Let's see.
This is what makes it so exciting, right?
It's going to be, I tell you what even
It's just all, bro, it's just nonstop talk. It's just nonstop talk. Oh, I'm going to knock him out with this punch. Bro, knock out the contract. Knock out the contract. You said you tough. Bro, knock out the contract. Why isn't it signed? And then the elephant in the room, Deontay Bronze Ball Wilder, they want to act like this don't even exist. Bro, they don't even, man, to me, this whole thing was capped from the beginning from Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum and Frank Warren. They knew Wilder was the plan all along. Wilder was the plan all along. You was just waiting for a crowd, and they did all this dumb stuff. And they just did all this dumb stuff, waste everybody's time. And then I feel bad for the new boxing fans and then the idiots who bought into this. How do you have, I'm asking it, bro, we stopping all cap this year. You can keep capping, but you're going to look bad. I'm not going to look bad because I ain't capping. Listen, how do you have Tyson Fury on your podcast, but whatever lingering issues to the negotiations, which were going smooth, according to you said negotiations were going smooth, you 100% got the fight done, everybody on the both sides agrees, but Joshua has this desperate ass plea, oh, you're spotting, please sign, I'm tired. Bro, why is Joshua saying he's tired on Monday, but you just had a week with Tyson Fury in Dallas for the Canelo-Saunders fight while he was supporting his boy get his eye shattered, right? And you couldn't resolve whatever issue Frank Warren is now doing an interview about the money. Explain that to me. Like, it just, I was about to think of an example. I don't even have to do that. Just explain it. How do you have Fury for a week, 4 or 5 days, and you can't resolve all contractual issues or lingering holdups? Something else must be going on, bro. Something else was, but they don't want to admit that. They don't want to admit something else is going on. And y'all fell for the mousetrap. I said they fell for the mousetrap. Get these dudes out of here. Wasting my time. My time is money. I'm out. I ain't even got nothing to say to you. My time is money. I won't stop until they wave the white flag. I promise you. Listen, we doing doghouse rules. I told you that from the beginning. I'm going to stay on this subject until one of us submits. It's going to be me, and you're going to prove me wrong with the Joshua Fury announcement, and that's it. And then we just move on, and I'll admit if I'm wrong, or y'all going to pay me because you're going to see that it's capped like I've been saying since day one. So I can't wait. We are going to see who waves the white flag first. Doghouse rules. No rounds, unlimited minutes. Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records, we get down, baby. Bro, can't stop, won't stop. We in too deep. We deep undercover with this. All I need, listen, when it happens, that's all I ask. Support the channel when it happens. When you see who is right and who is steering you in the right way, and then the other channels and the other media and other people, when it's proven that King Ego was right, just support. Show me, give me my proper etiquette. Everybody do your thing, smash a like, share the video, send donations, all of that. If I'm wrong, I'll be a man and admit I'm wrong. But when I'm right, when Ego Stradamus strikes again, y'all know what to do. As far as the other people who are purposefully leading you astray, then you know what to do to them too. Bro, we got to start nipping in the bud, draw a line in the sand. These other fights, they're not Pacquiao Mayweather. First of all, I don't even care about Joshua Fury fight. I think Wilder versus Fury 3 is a better fight stylistically. So you're never going to marinate and hype people up to the same degree as a Mayweather versus Pacquiao, because people actually cared about Pacquiao. People actually cared about Mayweather. No one in America even really knows Tyson Fury like that outside of boxing hardcore fans. It's the truth. Like, yeah, if you go to a boxing event like Canelo-Saunders, people will recognize Tyson Fury because those are boxing fans that are gathered at a boxing event. Bro, if Tyson Fury go to Macy's, ain't nobody know who he is unless you watch boxing, which is a niche community. Bro, it's not a big fight. I seen a video. Anthony Joshua was in New York on the subway. He on the 8 train. Nobody even knew who he was. They thought he was a bodyguard. It's not that big of a fight as they make it out. So who's going to pay in a pandemic in a country like Saudi Arabia? They got bread, but in a country where live sports is not even, as big as it is in like Mexico or Argentina or USA or whatever, who's going to pay 150, 200 million to see that fight? And it's not even a global worldwide fight. Bro, we might mess around. Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather, probably bigger if we really being real. Listen, let's be real. With Jake Paul stealing Mayweather's hat at the Logan Paul fight helped it sell some tickets. Just because it's drama and people feel like if Floyd beat Logan Paul, then he might fight Jake Paul. There's nothing associated with Joshua Fury that has reached Jake Paul stealing Floyd's hat at the Jake Paul or at the Floyd Logan Paul press conference. There's nothing that Joshua Fury information that has eclipsed that. You know how I know? Because when you're truly great, you're going to transcend just your environment. You see what I'm saying? Like Tupac, such an impactful, powerful person. He's a poet, a philanthropist. He's a rapper, an actor. So he's in different markets. You cannot like rap, but like his acting. You can listen to a little rap, but like his poetry book, right? English might not be your first language, but you like his rap song. That's when you know you've transcended just your immediate environment. When people in Argentina is screaming your lyrics and stuff, and people in Mexico is saying hit them up and dear mama and stuff like that. That's how you know, because your immediate community, the Bay Area, the West Side, and the Black community, urban community, you're bigger than that. People know you outside of that. Outside of, no one even knows Joshua Fury like that. I got friends that keep up with a little boxing, but not like all the time, and they know I'm in boxing. They asking me about Wilder. They're not asking me about Fury. Bro, he built all crazy and stuff. Ain't nobody asking me about Fury. I promise you that. And they damn sure not asking me about Joshua either. So we gonna see. We gonna see. That's my time. Great show. Smash the like button. 2 a days, easy work. I got more videos coming on the channel. You don't want to miss it this week. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna turn up. Please show up. I do this Monday through Friday. We're going 2 a days, 2 p.m. California time, Pacific Standard Time, and 7 p.m. That's a 5 plus a 2. 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. God bless. Use my link for TUBEBUDDY, ESPN Plus. Your boy gonna be working. I got a lot of work to do. I'm like Batman. I gotta keep the streets of Gotham safe. These box streets, I gotta keep them safe. I promise you. Shout out to Corey Anderson. Water is God. Like, do you agree? I don't. That's a weird question. What? No refunds. I don't even know what you're talking about. But I'm about to get out of here. Shout out to Isaiah James. He said he godlike. I don't know what they talking about. I'm the boxing god. Alfredo, appreciate you. Smash the like button. One last round of likes. Let's go. More videos coming soon. Keep it locked on the channel. Tap in with me. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification icon. I'm out. Peace out, y'all. We gonna be spending a lot of quality time together.